I'm back in Philly, and we are already in August, which means camps are open and we are officially 4 weeks from the NFL opening day. Now, this is my favorite time of year because I actually believe this could be the year for my Giants. Saquon's back, we have a rookie receiver who looks like the real deal, and a solid coach. Maybe this is our year. But back to watches. As summer is a little slower time of year, it gives me more time to do some analytics and look at the overall market. We spend a lot of time analyzing the market for each brand and looking where we see the brand going over the next 12 to 18 months, and also where we see opportunities in the market. Now, after lots of review, one brand stood out to me as having the best long-term potential, and that is Patek Philippe. Now, Patek has always been the most respected brand in our industry, and while the talk over the past few years has been about independence, and well, Patek is the ultimate independent brand. They have always been leaders, a true family business, just bigger than most of the others. Now, many collectors associate Patek with the hype of the Nautilus and Aquanaut, but that was traditionally a small part of the business, and the core of the brand is complications at the highest level. I believe some of their most interesting models get forgotten about because in today's social media world, all the attention goes to the newest, latest, and greatest models, and there are so many gems in the Patek world that I believe many are undervalued, and this allows the true collector to buy something incredible, distinctive, and collectible at a great value. So here are some of my favorites that I believe we will look back on and wish you pulled the trigger. The first, the Patek 5035. Now, this was the first annual calendar released in 1996. Now, at the time, Patek had a hole in their collection. A 3919 was $9,000, and the 3940 over $40,000. A huge jump which left a gaping hole for the brand. The birth of the annual calendar filled the gap. It was a very practical complication, classic Patek style, and it enjoyed decades of success until phased out in 2005. Now, while many variants were made over the years, I love the white gold salmon dial and the rose gold black dial. It's an incredible piece. Yellow gold 5035s trade in the 20s for a complicated Patek, and even the specialty dials are an exceptional value today. Keep in mind that the simplest manual wind Pateks start at over $30,000, and these neo-vintage classics are amazing values. Now, moving to another annual calendar, the 5350R is part of the Advanced Research collection of Patek. I love all the series, and I believe both the 5250 and the 5350 are very undervalued. The 5350 features a Salinivar escape wheel and a Spiromax balance spring, which was produced in just 300 pieces. Now, these watches have been trading in the same range for the past 5 years. They're available for about the same price as a regular production annual calendar. I love the look and the collectability. Now, moving on, the 5960P was introduced in 2006 and was a huge success. It's a great size at 40 millimeters and has a great feel on the wrist. It set the benchmark as the first annual chronograph produced by Patek and is available with gray, black, or blue dial. Now, while 5970s trade in the 200s, you can still get a 5960P in the 50s, and my favorite variant, the Platinum Black Dial, is available around $70,000. I think this is one of the best daily drivers made by Patek and an exceptional value in today's market. Now, next we're going to move on to something really special, the 5101P, and it's one of the best looking tank watches ever made. The case is a gorgeous triple-step platinum case, and the salmon Arabic dial is amazing. And then you flip it over and see the tourbillon and the first 10-day power reserve ever made by Patek. Now, this watch traded in the 2000s at well over $200K, and when they released the yellow gold and white gold version, they retailed in the mid-3s. Now, today you can buy the original 5101P at an incredibly price of under $200,000. It's distinctive, iconic Patek, and in today's market, an absolute bargain. Now, finally, my all-time favorite, the 5070J. Now, when it was released in 1998, it was truly distinctive. The first non-perpetual chrono made by Patek in 40 years. It was a bold 42 millimeter case with a striking black dial, traditional square pushers. It was a bold introduction from the traditionally conservative brand and was a little slow to be accepted as the size was large for the day. Now, today it wears just perfect. And while there are 4 variants, I love the yellow gold black. Now, the platinum blue version has become sought after by collectors and trades over $200,000. but you can still find the 5070J, which was only made for 4 years, in the 70s. I think when you compare this to everything else in the market, it's a gem and available at a great value. Now, I could keep going as Patek has made so many variants over the past decades, but I think we always need to remember that even in the most popular brands, there are models that are overlooked by the hype market and great opportunities to buy some amazing watches from the best brands in the world at great long-term values.